Hello and welcome to Live Lunch Break at theday.com. My name is Rick Koster, and the most important thing to know about this episode of Live Lunch Break is that, well, the most important thing is that we're featuring Jake Carpenter today, one of the finest young up-and-coming singer-songwriters in the area. But we're fibbing a little bit because it's actually not live. We're taping this advance. You're going to be seeing it, as you should be, on July 25th. But this is actually in deep winter, 1997. No, not really. We actually Peter and I have to have vacations every once in a while. So Peter, the week that you're going to see this, will be on a Scandinavian cruise with his family in one of those hotels made out of ice. Me, I'm on vacation too, and I'll be standing on a corner in Groton begging for potatoes and stuff. So that's how the world rolls. But all right. Seriously, we had him scheduled earlier this year and it didn't work out, but we're very fortunate today to have the very talented Jake Carpenter. Jake, welcome.
Thank you. That old willow still weeps by the river, where I cut my hand and carving your name with mine. I wore that scar like a diamond on the finger of a newly wedded bride. Home is where the heart is. The small town outside this Greyhound window should be a sight for my sore eyes. But I know that you found someone new to hold you. Driver, go on by. Home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. The heart I left in a town too small is ready to run, too green to fall. For a girl with a simple dream to circle like the sun around only me. Home is where the heart is. Of all the things I can't seem to remember, it's only you I can't forget. This homesick boy is trying to surrender, but he hasn't come back yet. Home is where the heart is. The heart I left in a town too small was ready to run, too green to fall. For a girl with a simple dream circle like the sun around only me. Home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. This next song we're going to do is called Letting Go. I actually wrote this song, I think I started writing it when I was about 15, with my co-producer, Mr. Jim Carpenter over here, who's also my father. But I wrote this song. It's one of those songs where you put a lot into it, and it's, you really feel, it's always powerful every time you sing it. And I actually got the opportunity to sing it at kind of a celebration of life of a friend that passed last year. And it was one of those things where, you play it and you can't play it for a long time after that, because the roots go pretty deep, but it's a song it's very versatile and can apply to a lot of different people and a lot of different situations. So this is called Letting Go. We lay staring at the heavens, warm nights on summer lawns. Those same stars shine above me now, and wish and wonder where you've gone. You've left so many questions among so many answered prayers. The harder I try, the further I fall. I throw my hands in the air, letting go, letting go. Your love is all around me, but that morning sun has found me. Letting go, I'm letting go. The seasons change so quickly now. Christmas angels in the January dust. Soon the rain and the tears will wash away this doubt, leaving the best of us. It's a matter of trust. I'm letting go, letting go. Your love is all around me, but that morning sun has found me. Letting go, I'm letting go.
Join Steve, Elsie, and friends. Learn and pretend. We keep exploration through our nation, and the music never ends. With Steve, Elsie, and friends. Exploration. Music.
Discovery.
Fun.
Thanks for joining us on Live Lunch Break. We do this every Thursday at noon, streaming from theday.com. Fortunate today to have with us Jake Carpenter, and as Jake said, he is being accompanied today by his father, Jim Carpenter. We all know from the Julios and various other projects. Jake, those were two incredible songs you started with.
Thank you.
I wonder, and I'm not going to be throwing the old guy throwing your age at you, but they betoken a certain, because you said the last tune you started writing when you were 15.
Yes.
There's a certain maturity level and awareness and a very bittersweet sort of sense of melancholy to both of them that I don't normally associate. I mean, when I was 15, I was like, I couldn't wait for the next Archie comic book, and you're throwing out some fairly. So tell me a little bit how your writing process works.
Well, a lot of it works through observation, obviously. You know, growing up, kind of listening to his songs and kind of figuring out where things should go, and then kind of, whenever I've talked with my dad about songwriting, which we do quite a bit, it's always focused on getting the story. You know, it's always focused on developing the story and trying to bring your audience into that. So
the narrative.
Yes, exactly. So that's basically what it's been around.
In that context, I think a lot of folks, whether you're talking about music or politics, cars, whatever, the younger folks tend to be more rebellious of their mom and dad. And in the musical sense, I wonder, as you grew up listening to the stuff that your dad was playing and listening to, did you say, where's a hip hop?
Did you completely did that? Yeah,
really?
It was a huge transformation that occurred where I went from Eminem to James Taylor, kind of.
How did that happen? At what point did the light come on?
It was either it just happened, or he finally got to me, as far as all the punishments that he gave me for listening to rap music.
I mean, I remember in the household I grew up with, it was like Louis Armstrong and Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson, and I couldn't get to the Uriah Heep fast enough. But now what do I have in the car? Louis Armstrong. So besides your father, who folks around here know is an extremely accomplished songwriter, who are some of the influences? You mentioned James Taylor. Is there someone else you're listening to?
Basically, growing up listening to a lot of Buddy Miller and kind of a lot of Mark Arelli, local Boston musician. It's just they've kind of sculpted me into the artist that I am. Plus, observing my dad so much and kind of being surrounded by all this great musical knowledge base.
So you actually, and I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No.
You actually not only perform at times with the Julios, but when you do solo, sometimes some of the guys from that band work with you, right?
Yeah.
So it is quite an education, I guess, because there's a lot of good players there.
Yeah, exactly. And I've also grown up with a lot of them too. So it's kind of like growing up with a bunch of uncles that all play music, and you have the opportunity to learn all these different styles and try out new things.
Hell of a deal.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, you want to play a couple more?
Sure.
Excellent. This is Jake Carpenter.
Rebecca Day, a pretty black-eyed dream, tall and brown and lean, the preacher's only child. She said, "Father, I'm afraid there's a boy who makes my heart split in two and fall apart. He's trouble and he's wild. Henry Knight, from the wrong side of the tracks. His whole world was white and black, till Becca left him colorblind. With just a kiss, the walls came tumbling down. If you listen, you can hear the sound of two hearts in time. Every night and day, Henry Knight and Becca Day shine a little light on this world. Just a boy and a girl. Oh. On the day they wed, the preacher bowed his head. He said, a lesson is learned with every bridge we burn. Rebecca Day had a child without a race, a little girl with an angel's grace, born of a love shared. And Henry smiled at the beauty of that child, something free, something wild, with no cross to bear. Every night and day, Henry Knight and Becca Day shine a little light on this world. Just a boy and a girl. Oh.
Well, thank you, Dad. The majority of these songs that we're playing today were actually written by my father, which is a wonderful starting musical base for me, because he only wrote, like, I don't know, 150 songs around there. And this next song is called Dancing with the Hay Devils.
Hey Mary, look in my eyes, I'm a happy man. See me smiling, not the same poor boy blue that got cold feet and ran from you. Hey Mary, remember when I thought I could catch the wind? Our first kiss was just for luck, still I remember. Kick off your shoes and run with me across these fields, and maybe we could raise the dead, raise some Cain. Come on, Mary, let's raise the devil. Hey, devil, hear that band? We're dancing with the hay devils. Hey, devils, round and round, all fall down. Wake up, Mary, it's getting late. This thing will blow us away. Hey, Mary, you got a hold of my heart. Mary, take me home. Now I know where I belong. It's a high life in this mobile mansion. It's Friday night. We're going dancing with the hey devils, catch that wind. Welcome me back home again. Spinning me round and round forever. Come on, Mary, let's raise the devil. Hey devil, we're dancing with the hey devil. Hey devil, round and around, devil. Hey devil, we're dancing with the hey devil. Come on, Mary, spin me around and around and around and around she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Dance with me, Mary.
You're enjoying the music of Jake Carpenter here at Live Lunch Break, day.com. I'm Rick Coster. Jake is accompanied today by his dad, Jim Carpenter. Again, terrific songs.
Thank you.
You're just rolling out hits, crafting hits. Now, music is fun, and your dad and I have had enough beers together to realize there's the fun aspect of this. But at a certain point, when you get the gift to say, you know what, I'm writing something and it's working, I think there's a commitment and a privilege to art.
Mm-hmm.
You agree with that?
I do agree with that.
But you are also about to be a senior in college at Eastern Connecticut, co-majoring in English and education.
Yep.
And you're probably, at least this point, thinking about getting a master's. Now tell me a little bit about teaching and what you're doing right now to get there.
Well, as far as teaching, I'm trying to get, as much experience as I can. So I've kind of expanded into working in special education. So as far as I've been working with individuals on the spectrum, as far as doing kind of independent planning and tutoring, and gives me a feel for what to expect in the field.
And I think someone, God bless the teachers and the firemen and the policemen. There's an art and a passion to that too. And I think anyone that wants to go into education or special education, that shows it a commitment. And at a certain point, do you feel like I got to choose one or the other, whether it's music or teaching or how? Because you're good, Jake. I mean, you could do something with this if you want.
Yeah, it's always been a tough balance, but music's always one of those things that you go back to. It's
Right.
always one of those things where if I really want to have fun, I'll go and I'll see my dad's band or I'll start gearing back up. But every once in a while with school,
Right.
I always think of it, and he always tells me about this, is just think about it, one little part of your life, and you
Right.
got all this time. But
Well, you do have a nice a batch of tunes here. Are you doing anything to get some product out? Because Dad's got a studio. I don't know if you're
yeah,
aware of that.
exactly. Yeah, he actually lets me use it for free too, which is very generous of you. But we've been working on a record for a while now, so we're gonna hopefully speed that up this summer and
Excellent.
get a lot more done on it.
You've got a lot of shows you've been doing. Where are you going to be working that people can see you?
We have a show at the Hygienic Art Park coming up on August 3rd. August 3rd.
That's like with a touring act, right?
With Hooray for Riff Raff.
Hooray for Riff Raff, New
Yep.
Orleans, yeah.
Mhm.
So that'll be a good show.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, I tell you what, you want to play one more for us? Of
course.
And this is Jake Carpenter with his dad, Jim Carpenter, and accompaniment. You're watching Live Lunch Break at theday.com. Let's do us one more.
All right.
Thank you.
This is my favorite song to play with my dad because this is the first song I ever played where people actually dance to. So instead of having everybody kind of tear up for certain songs, I actually got to see people, have a lot of fun, which is always good. It's called Lonely World.
They had a thing, they put a ring on her finger, she cried. They said, I'll love you till the day I die. Said, I'm gonna be true. Walked off like lovers do, brave in a lonely world. They had a child, it wasn't time, but a baby won't wait until the money in the cradle are made. He had his mama's pretty eyes, his daddy's hands, his own sweet smile break in a lonely world. In a lonely world, it's just one in a million other lonesome fools telling yourself and no one else lonelier than you. You find another that makes you strong. Strength in numbers, we all walk on. This whole world spins around and around. Hold on to the ones you found. Get you through another dark night. Another child grown, another year gone by. Break in a lonely world. In a lonely world, it's just a one in a million other lonesome fools telling yourself and no one else lonelier than you.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Jake Carpenter with the old man, Jim Carpenter. two generations of Carpenter. Catch them August 3rd at the Hygienic Art Park. I'm Rick Coster for theday.com, and I think we got something really cool going on in August for Live Lunch Break. Every Thursday in the entire month of August, we'll be at the Hygienic Art Park, open to the public. Food, frivolity, music, what could be better? And it won't be 100 degrees and 400% humidity. It's guaranteed, I promise that. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Jim. See you guys next week, Live Lunch Break.